choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
What amazes me is how anyone could have that kind of power and yet keep it hidden all this time.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Raka, and we are here playing Tales of Arise. We should be just about ready to leave this place, but you know what? We've got an alternate plan. I'm going to find out what that is right about now.
Is the Renis Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit? There has to be another way, right?
Shion's Fire Master Core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience.
Yeah, why are the other Master Cores not doing anything?
Use of that somehow?
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage that, it can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget, it nearly killed you. Besides, this is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Hevrect 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details. So assuming it's even possible, the chances are slim to none.
You're probably right.
Interesting. Are we going to come into a situation where Alphen is going to choose to, like, channel it through himself in order to stop Shion from dying? Because he totally seems like the type of person that would do that. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're going to, the ship? I was going to Havrakt? So, question? Where is the ship? Oh. Okay, guys, not to make fun of me. I'm not used to elevators not showing an option for the floor you're currently on. So I was just like, well, it's the lower level, because the middle level, the upper level is like the observation deck. Middle level is Havrakt.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to
The little
Rena.
screens that come up remind me of Final Fantasy VIII so much, the interface systems in the, like, school.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
Well, they could live in the ocean. We haven't seen them that well.
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
Oh god, that's gross.
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what they were trying to do in his kingdom without his knowledge.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
I think Clam may be playing
The Great Spirit
Skyrim.
took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
So the Great Spirit is basically just a parasite?
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Well, okay, so that I was wondering how they were going to handle like going to Rena at the end, because
This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate, ever.
1 second, I'm getting Be right back. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. I got a private message from someone I haven't, like, I've heard from them, but they like, dropped off face of the earth, like, over a year ago, and they were back, but it must have been like, hey, yeah, they ran into, like, financial issues and didn't have a, like, very good internet connection, and just, so, they hadn't really talked to me a whole lot. Like, I knew they were okay already, but it was still like, oh, what do they need? And that was definitely I can play this at any time. I want to know what's happening. Cat, please? Cat trying to, like, confuse all of you? Oh, darn it. Well, I was not recording. I should have also hid the thing that shows, like, makes Steam show me when other people are playing, so we can deal with Clam. But anyway, so yeah, it is. Basically, it feels like the Great Spirit of Rena is just a parasite. But I was wondering what they were going to do, because, like, obviously Linnagus was, like, a weird place between that I didn't even really understand existed. But Rena was a, like, planet that looked near the same size as Dana. So I was like, they can't possibly have us explore an entirely new city, can they? Or entirely, like, that would be massive. How will they deal with this, Cat?
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to
He just said he
satisfy
wasn't doing it?
curiosity?
What the hell?
No, because I said I passed.
Thank you.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
I do agree. He's like, it's an idle question, and then he said, "No, I don't want to do that." Like, get off your high horse.
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renaissance using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us...
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it hates what it is.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
we might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
Buckle up, buckle in. Let us begin. I play to win. Battle me, that's a sin. Okay, look. There are some things that I grew up with and are just built into my, memory. I'm not going to be able to not make references when they come to my mind. I don't have a very good filter for, yeah, that's stupid, don't say that.
Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
What do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day...
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
I do like that as a, because that is the thing where we're doing it. We're basically forcing a massive structural shift in the way everyone's been raised, and there's going to be a lot of resistance. It does suck that change almost always has to be forced. People can't just get together and have a, discussion and figure out what is best. Well, this did not, oh, I see. One over here is turned on. Interesting. We have a split at the beginning, but it's a fake split.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Oh, before I go that way, it is interesting as we move around. You've got little blizzle blues underneath us. And I can actually hear them.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
No, we don't.
In it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
It does actually. I think that's one of the things I like about Tales games the most is just the way the characters slowly work on each other. So the sense of formality has completely broken down between Kasara and Dohalim at this point, and it's really good to see because they were so stodgy and formal. I mean, you could see that coming from a mile away, but it makes my heart happy.
Hey, I just realized something.
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No, I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Have we seen some?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helghan?
Oh, that's a good point.
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helghan Quill?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of...
I mean, don't we know that was the Helghan were basically like ruling Rena?
Hugely? Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Okay, this is an abusive relationship, Redwell. You're becoming less than Law in my... Because that is the... I do have to say, and that's one of the things that bugs me about games in general, and actually media in general. Like, if you have a small female character, a lot of times they act like domestic abuse is funny and cute when she does it. And I'm like, it really isn't, though. Like, it's still abuse.
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegus.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
That makes sense.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures.
Yeah, but there's still a threat to every, like, living thing.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
I mean, we do?
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
That's an interesting idea of maybe that's what we use in order to try and, like, make the Danans more willing to work with the Renans, is that the Renans could be like beast herders and, you know, keep the Zeugles under control. I don't know. Who knows? Not me. Oh, hello again.
Helghan Quill.
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Let the monster handle this!
Try harder! My turn! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Raging Cascade!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
They're surrounding
Take
us!
this!
Radiant Blood!
You're finished! Try harder! My turn! I'm not done!
Damn it! Out of ammo!
Okay, they do not share a health pool like they did before.
Give in.
Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
You're like me again.
Here's a healing ult. Leave the enemy's arts to me.
Here we go again. I have to break that out so quickly.
Scarlet Inferno!
I thought I would teleport to him.
Now you see what I can do.
Look sharp!
All right, there goes one of them.
That training's paying off!
Get toasty!
Bird strike.
Here, let me help.
Flame inside me, yours to be let free!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Here's a healing art.
Here I come! Coming through!
All right, that was a nice little combination of things. Went very well.
Scarlet Inferno!
Raging cascade!
Well, we've been through a lot of them actually.
It's over!
I'll be saving this one. Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well done. Astral
Oh wow, I didn't want the same one twice in a row. That's lame. But overall, well done. I like that. We did well.
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Yeah, are they controlled or did they submit?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
Okay, wrong way. Oh yeah, now we're starting to run into like some regular routine enemies. Should be able to go around them though. Okay, there we go. I saw that thing down there and I was like, I want to see that.
More dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegus, remember? He probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for?
That is sad. Great Spirit is very, very like not very inventive, I guess is the right way to say it.
We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
Like all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
It is interesting how it's just these like big groupings of like 3 in a row. It's not like they're spreading them out. They're just like, hey, boom, here's a big excerpt.
Just look at the size of that thing. And how Ganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries, at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot.
Yeah, we already know they have teleportals.
There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
What were you suggesting if not
For
that?
them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
That is a weird little excerpt where it was like, hey yo, you know that's really far. There's gotta be another way. Oh sure, let's use the other way. Are you crazy? Like what?
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danons?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danons. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danons too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
I thought he said hoot. That is a weird way to think about it. I was like, oh, free will is the problem. I do think, unfortunately, human beings do have sort of a built-in desire to control others, and we like to assume that we're the best. Like, when you think about it, nationalism doesn't make any damn sense. You know, when people are like, oh, America's the best country on earth? Like, by virtue of what? And usually it's like, well, because this is where I was born. And you can't control where you're born. So the idea that you should have just happened to be born in the best place, and people are like, Cat, do not take away my microphone. That the idea that people this need of nationalism that every country kind of embraces, though I'll admit America's like the worst at. It's just almost built into us, and it's weird.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Light Your wings won't save you from me.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
I'm like bait to them.
Here's a healing arm.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
Nope, that'd be silly.
Laser spear. Here's evil. Be still.
Oh wow, I didn't realize what those were. Oh, I also didn't realize there were multiple enemies.
Where are you going?
Damn, you beat me to it.
Gotta be quick, or I'll take them, then we'll take them down.
Astral energy. Full throttle. A flawless reinforcement. Dance in the wind.
Watch this.
Sweet ride. Annihilation. Let's get you off this one.
You're finished.
Here's evil. It's showtime. Freeze laser.
Take this. It's over.
Eagle
Sword Rain Alpha. Lightning thrust. Strike. Stardust.
Denied. Eagle assault.
Here I get some.
Get on in there with
I'm on it. Strike.
Eagle assault. Here.
Take this.
Damn it.
You're finished.
Oh, dang it, the damn it made me very concerned.
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
Morse, I don't feel so good.
Healing circle.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Arctic wave laser.
You're finished. You picked the wrong fight. Sword Rain
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah. You too. Where are you going? Dance in the wind. We're here.
Dragon Force.
God dang, quit picking Rinwell.
More. Got it.
Well done.
Take this. Stardust.
All right.
Do it. Kisara. Commander of Heaven. Phoenix Cyclone.
Dance in the wind.
Not a chance. It's over.
Wait, how many of them are there?
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis.
My turn. Coming. Lewis. Stardust. Sword Light Spear.
Mega Ray. I'm all stuffed up.
Here I come. You're
Air
finished.
thrust.
You picked the wrong fight.
Photon. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Air thrust.
Dragon
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Mega Ray.
No further.
Air thrust. Do it. Lock.
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Easy. Way to go.
Dragon Force.
How many of these are there?
Sword Rain Alpha. Flaming Thrust. Stardust.
Annihilation. Hear me. Flame of Fury.
Here I come.
Water.
You're finished.
Hear my call. My watch. Spread.
Here I come. It's over.
Outstanding form.
Sword Rain Alpha.
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
Dragon
Now.
Form.
Astral energy. Full throttle.
More. Stardust. First this one's all mine. Hurricane. Soaring Light Spear.
Yeah, I did not expect to run into like I guess that's but because they play tested and saw like little shits like me were just avoiding all the fights, and they're like, well, not gonna let that happen.
Take this. It's over.
Now you see what I can do!
I'm on it.
I'm on a roll
Sword
now!
Rain Alpha.
It was nice while it lasted.
Here's a healing arc.
I'm not done. Now I can let loose. Sword Rain.
That'll bring you down.
I'm not done. Dragon Swarm.
Can't get out of this!
Do it. Freeze land. Lock.
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
More? You're mine. You're finished. The flame inside me yearns to be let free. Here I come.
Wallow Dance!
Here I come. You're finished. Dragon Swarm.
Johaline.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis. Hear me.
More? Eat this.
How long does this keep going? Is this because I'm using the like combo finisher?
Spread.
I'm gonna try not using it.
In here. Freeze laser. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. There you go! Don't let up!
Be still! You're finished! You're mine! You're finished! Dragon Form! You're mine!
Because they do get stunned very easily, I'm noticing.
Sword Rain Alpha! Be still! I'm not done! Stardust! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Eagle Assault! Freeze Lancer! Lightning Condensed! Thunder
Here I come!
Here, let me help!
Okay.
You're finished!
Glacial Spear!
Maybe it's just timed because the background is showing that we continue to move down.
You're finished!
Raging Storm!
Take this!
Healing Storm! What a relief!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Now! Glacial Spear! Here's not much longer to go.
Come on! One final push!
Okay, yeah, well, not, so not much longer to go, so it is actually based on that.
Lightning thrust! You're finished! Soaring Light coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! I'm on it! Watch this! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Lightning thrust! I'm not done!
Here I go! Raging Water!
Take
Hear
this!
my call! Glacial Spear!
Sword Rain Alpha! Be still! Strike! No escape! Burn in hell! No escape!
Raging Cascade! This one's mine!
Bullseye, Shion! Nuts!
Get out of my sight, Ryan, or you'll get hit! Oops,
Right, sorry. Thanks.
Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come!
Okay, and also that time I did not use the combo and still more came. So that solves that.
Me.
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Scout! Sword Rain Alpha! You're mine!
Confiscated!
You're finished!
Here, let me help!
This one's all mine!
Don't leave. Hey! Ha! Blow them away!
Hear me! Flame
Not a chance! No escape!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Soaring Light Spear!
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine! You're finished! Sword Rain Alpha!
Hear my call!
Dazzle! You're finished! Eat dirt!
Power won't save you!
Now!
Take this! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Alright, there goes that.
I'm losing the wind!
My turn!
Heaven care!
Any more of this and I'll burn out! Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right. It's over!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Okay. Was almost out of mana, but or almost out. Well, yeah, mana.
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
I'm a bit surprised too.
To Rena? Or could they be Zoogles somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them.
And with that, we are definitely over time. So I will go ahead. I'm going to explore this a little bit further off camera. But when I get to like some sort of story relevant area, you guys know I'm going to come back. So
You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, then if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
So yeah, like obviously very, very big area. Cool look at, can't see the top though. Also can't see the bottom. You know, actually you can see that falling down was actually a better idea, but it's not gonna freaking let me do it. Regardless though, I will see you next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Bye-bye.